Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for In the Heights, which is based off the musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who actually does play a small role in this movie, and based off the book by, and I hope I get her name right, Chiara Alegria Hudes. I hope I got that name right. There are a lot of subplots in this movie. I won't talk about all of them because I'd be here all day if I tried to talk about every single plot in this movie. But the main focus is on the character of Usnavi, played by Anthony Ramos, who I first saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters as a Monarch soldier. Because of course I have to talk about Godzilla. But anyway, he plays a store owner who has a dream of moving out of Washington Heights to the Dominican Republic. And the movie is actually narrated by him and intercuts between the film itself and him talking to a bunch of kids about this one hot summer in Washington Heights. So this trailer played a lot. Over a year ago, back in 2020, in the before times, along with A Quiet Place 2, In the Heights was probably the trailer that I saw the most whenever I went to a theater. And I didn't know what to make of it. I knew it was from Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did Hamilton, and Jon M, who directed one of my favorite romantic comedies in recent memory, Crazy Rich Asians. So I figured, okay, the trailer's not really selling me, but it's got a great creative team, so I'm on board. And then the pandemic happened. The movie got delayed several times. It's finally now out on both HBO Max and in theaters. I chose to see it in theaters because vaccinated cases are way down, so I feel safe going to theaters. And I gotta say, despite seeing that trailer so many times and being annoyed by it before the shutdowns, this is one of my favorite movies of the year. I think this is a fantastic musical. Not one of my favorites, but it's still got great elements nonetheless. Given that it's based on a musical from Lin-Manuel Miranda, you know the songs are going to be great, the choreography is going to be amazing, and that is all very much true. There's no songs that actually stuck out to me in terms of the lyrics, but they're all great. The choreography is astounding from everyone, and I don't think anyone is half-assing their performances when it comes to these musical numbers. They all give it their all, they're all fantastic, they have tons of energy. There's a lot of great performances in this movie, from Jimmy Smits, Corey Hawkins, but the two that really stand out to me are Anthony Ramos, as I mentioned beforehand, and Melissa Barrera. These two actors have such great chemistry with each other. It's a believable romance. I like how earlier in the movie Usnavi is very awkward, and he's just more relatable when he's trying to appeal to Vanessa. And just like with Crazy Rich Asians, there's never a point in this romance where they do the cliche of, oh, there's a miscommunication, or you lied to me about this particular thing, so we're on bad terms and not speaking to each other. There's a point in the movie where the two characters do have somewhat of a falling out, but you can understand why, and it's very believable. You also have Olga Merediz, who was in the original Broadway production, playing the same character of Abuela, and she's definitely one of the other big highlights of the film. So it's these three actors that make this movie what it is. And there are certain moments where the production design is pretty creative when it has to accommodate for these dancing scenes. And the dancing scenes, as I said, are amazing. The story itself, like I said, there are a lot of subplots in this movie, but they're all very human, very heartfelt, and play into the film's message of treat your community as if it's a big giant family. So this movie can fall into the realm of predictability. I won't go into spoilers, but there is something tragic that happens in this movie with one of the characters. And I saw it coming. I never saw the play or never read the book, but I could see a mile away the big dramatic thing that was going to happen. And let me say this, when I say this movie falls into the realm of predictability, I'm not criticizing it. It might sound like it, but the tragic thing that happens didn't really upset me, didn't really make me teary-eyed. And then the movie decides to go, oh, you're not being sad about this, huh? Well, what if we did this? And I'm like, okay, you got me. It's working now. So yeah, this movie might fall into predictability at some points, but it doesn't matter if a movie's predictable or not as long as you feel something. And I've felt quite a bit in this movie. I'm going to say worth seeing in your lifetime. The only thing that's keeping me from giving it my highest rating is that it's almost 2.5 hours long. I was never bored watching this movie, and there's no scene that I'd say, yeah, this needs to go. But I just don't think this movie's gonna have a lot of rewatch value because of that 2.5 hour length. But still, it's fantastic, and if you have any opportunity to see it in a theater, please do it. Because it might not be a big special effects blockbuster that you have to see in theaters like Godzilla vs. Kong, but it's definitely a spectacle within its own genre, and it's a movie that you won't get the full impact of if you see it on HBO Max. And there you go, that's my review for In the Heights. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one. Hello everyone, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching my review for In the Heights. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, go check out my Twitch channel, and support me on Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.